So, as you can see, I completed the game at 88%. And you can, apparently, after you finish the game, continue and go back, I guess, to collect everything else. And I'm kind of curious as to where it'll put you back. Using base fast cavalry tramp to find all rewards and complete any unfinished challenges. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm kind of leery that at this point in time, the cartography is really a waste. Some advice I would get for starting again is actually getting Bone Collector, Salvaging, and let's see, which one is it? Accomplished Killer early on in the game. Because as you can see, going through and I picked up a bunch of junk in my playthrough, and I was a bit shy in completing my weapon. See, I missed 1, 2, 3 weapon upgrades and about 3 levels, 3 points for my skills. There, I'm missing 2. Okay, so I missed 2. So by getting those rewards a bit sooner, leveling up abilities sooner, you'll probably be able to collect stuff more easily. But as far as my completion ratio of a lot of places, it's pretty easy to find all the stuff just on your own. It is very early in the life cycle of the game for there to be a lot of walkthrough videos on finding this, that, and the other, but I don't really know how useful they're going to be, considering there is a skill that you get, orienteering, that lets you use your survival vision to mark things on your map, and then a lot of the dungeons have maps in them already. So probably edit or fast forward some of this transition. But I am curious to see what is hidden in the Tomb of the Lost Survivor. One thing that is kind of like awesome about this game and shows how far we've come from, perhaps, since Half-Life, because one of the big things about Half-Life when it came out was there were no level transitions, or there were no level loading screens, or the ones that were there were very, very short. And in Mass Effect was panned a little bit for its absurdly long elevators, and obviously what those elevators were opportunities to stream stuff off the disc and give you the chance to load the level. Dead Space has those whenever you get into skip and you go from ship to ship, and it's just kind of nice to see how subtle game developers are getting in this. For example, with Tomb Raider, every time Laura squishes through something, like a crack in the wall, or she crouches underneath something, it's loading a level. And that's kind of, cool, the way that it integrates level loading stuff. So fluidly into the game. And that is something that I really like. As much as I think that the puzzles are pathetic and worthless, and that the combat is horribly tuned. You know, the graphics in this game are absolutely I will complain about how unbelievable the females are in the game. Not so much the body. I mean, it caters to a demographic, so of course they're all slender, not overly muscled and large chested, but let me see if I can get in close to see the face. That's about as close as I can get in here. But the face is basically... She will not look at the camera, will she? The face is basically kind of... not vapid, but just... uninteresting. Oh, you bastard. Well, that's kind of interesting in how it gates some of the available resources that you get access to in here. That I probably could have filled out a bunch more stuff had I come back to do this at that last fast travel point. See, I think that's everything. Oh no, level 9. Okay. Well, so this pre-order too, not bad. I'm not going to screw with like running out. I'm just going to reload and hit up the original campsite. The frequent auto-saving means that you can go farm stuff and then just come back. So now I don't have to screw with running back out. But all in all, I guess in my sum total opinion of the game is it is absolutely beautiful. The combat is lackluster. Let's see, I got all those. The puzzles are insulting. I don't even know what was going on for them. They said that at the beginning of the credits that they did their best to make the best game possible. And, you know, if that's the case, man, then they needed to hire some different people, or some more people, or something. The controls get kind of squishy, especially in combat when you're trying to scramble behind cover. I mean, I don't have anything to fight around here, and I'm probably not going to be able to find anyone else on the item to have more combat with. But a lot of the reasons why I will die sometimes in large firefights, at least as the game went on and I learned how to play it more, is that cover is very unfriendly. You will either stick to it or stick just out of it, and it's not obvious when that happens. I can see why that's going to be the case in some situations, but that it's not really gamer friendly. There are a lot of instances where combat gets absurdly simplistic, where you're able to one-shot enemies that should provide you with some challenge and then just don't, because you dodge them appropriately and then they're dead. But by the same token, you'll have occasions where you cannot initiate that move, and so everything else ends up killing you. And that is also no fun. So combat, questionable, puzzles insulting, graphics beautiful. Treasure map redundant. Apparently I am blind because I missed a document right at the beginning. It has a lot of really fun bits, and as a whole it's not a dissatisfying game. Do I wish I had not pre-ordered it? That's a hard question to answer because I pre-ordered it a long time ago, so I don't miss that money anymore. But there are probably other things that I would do with it, do with that money now instead. I made, and probably will continue to make, more Dead Space videos just because I'm really having a blast in Dead Space. I will probably do a complete playthrough video of Tomb Raider just because, saucily, I can. But other than that,
Japanese no actors can tilt their heads up and down to make the rigid mask express different emotions.
I have StarCraft in the queue, and that I'm not going to make videos on because I am horrible at RTSs. I love them. It's one of my favorite genres. But, it's not going to be a lot of fun to watch me play them because just, I do not have those kinds of lead skills. But Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Infinite's coming out soon. How's that? There it is. And that I will definitely be making videos for. I had been hoping, that there would be deeper
Darling, think
crafting here.
Filing those papers, I've sunk the last of my fortune into this expedition, but it's all going to come back tenfold. If you divorce me now, you won't see a penny of it. You've been with me since I was nothing. You know what I'm capable of achieving. I haven't lost my touch. I'm just a...
That's kind of funny and rather pathetic. And had I picked it up at the very beginning, it would have really foreshadowed how much of a slime bag he is, though it was really kind of apparent from really early on. Anyway, to those of you who've watched through this. I appreciate your patronage, and I will probably be doing more Dead Space stuff soon.